Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to Ipswich. I am noticing on my screen that you are about 40 seconds behind what I'm actually doing, and this is very unusual. So just wondering if you can hear and see everything. If there's anybody here, can you just let me know that you can hear and see everything? That would be really cool for me. I just have no information on how good the stream is or how bad it is. It just says excellent connection. Good afternoon, Neil. How are you doing? Good to see you. And now is the hard bit. And we have several problems that we have to deal with. We have a schedule that we can pick up points. And if we are looking at survival, these are the months that we have to pick up at least some points. So 4 points here would be really good. And the Caribou Cup, we're not going to win it. And it really doesn't matter if we lose that game. A win, of course, would be nice for morale, but it really doesn't matter. These 3 games are really, really important in October. We're coming to the hard bit now. We've had the euphoria of starting the season and the game's given us a few points. And now we're going to have to knuckle down. It's all about defence now. And one of the problems that I have in defence is that McKenna and Harwood Bellis do not like playing with each other. We brought them in and suddenly we find they don't like playing with each other. So given that this is a long-term problem, they're not going to suddenly start to like each other. It's a long-term problem and we have to do something about that. Harwood Bellis, I think, needs to play, as well as Gorosibel. And I'm just trying to look at... He is simply a right back. And if we don't play him in his contract, is basically he is an important player, I believe. So he has to play. And I don't know where I'm going to find that. Maybe in Happiness. He's a star player, so he has to play. So in terms of games like this, one of the things that I can do is put Harwood Bellis there and bring in Wolfenden. The good news is that I'm guessing that he's not wanting to play immediately, and this is a difficult one to deal with. I think we have to just go with these boys learning to play with each other. I'm going to check their feet. He has a weak left foot, so he cannot play on the left side. And he has a very strong. So they're on the right side. It's just that they're not playing together very well. Changing the roles, maybe. He's not really a cover defender. I could play him as a stopper. He would be quite useful as a stopper, and he would push forward into this space. I don't think that matters too much. We don't have enough pace at the back for cover, and we don't have a good partnership here in the middle of our defence. They're going to have to learn to play together. What I can do is go to my training, and I can schedule in... I can schedule in a few team bondings, which might help them. So we'll go for a midweek team bonding, if I can find it. And we'll just try a few team bonding events and just see if that will help over the next month for them to bond. The other thing is to look at the mentoring, and I'll ask the assistant to assign. And what I might do is set up a group where they're both in the same group. So I might add Wes Burns, Ling and Humphreys. They're both youngsters, so I want... looking at this, it's just kind of not... I'm going to set up a defenders group. So we'll put central defenders. And we'll set up a group and we'll add both of those players. We'll add Wolfenden. We'll add McKenna. And we'll add Harwood Bellis to begin with. And we'll just kind of see if that can actually do something. I don't think it will. Hello, music. How are you doing, my friend? I'm okay. Struggling. We're going to struggle with this Ipswich save. I'm not looking forward to today particularly, but this is your first season in the Premier League. And if you can overcome this, then you can overcome anything. The other bit of bad news that we've had is that all the players, or 2 of the 3 players who wanted to leave, now don't want to leave. They're perfectly happy. So there's no money coming in for the winter transfer window. We have what we have. And we just have, I think, 1 mil. So the winter transfer window, we're not going to be doing much business. We are going to set up like this. The other thing that I want to do that I'm wary of is Jason is not particularly playing very well. Neither is Broadhead. Broadhead is not playing well with Leif Davis. And so I have problems all over the pitch. So I will play Jason because I have a central defender problem. I don't want to have a problem down the flank as well. Godfrey, good morning. I am good. I hope you're good too. And buckle up because this is going to be tough. This is going to be very, very tough. Yeah, I think it's afternoon now, isn't it? Harry Clark is injured and probably not likely to be able to play, which does give me a defender problem. Firpo, Clark, I'm struggling. Harwood Bellis, of course, can come over here. And actually, because I'm struggling, I'm going to actually switch that. We're going to put Garasable on the bench for Wolfenden. And that solves that little problem temporarily. Because of Harry Clark's injury, I'm not too happy with him playing there. So Cameron Burgess can come in as onto the bench. We got a couple of injuries. Ling is still injured. Tyneman's going to be out for another 4 weeks. Harry Clark is injured. Possibly. I wouldn't bank on it. I have, at the end of the last session, switched this to an inverted wing back. We have players who can play that role. Harwood Bellis can play that role and Garasabel can play that role. Leaves Leif Davis free to get up the pitch, and these 3 will scoot along from side to side when he goes missing. Defensively, I hope, though, we will still be defending with a back 4. The DLP on defend. We have to focus on defending. Yeah, I know you want to make changes. And I probably should make changes. We don't have great set-piece takers, so I don't think that's a good idea. And we're going to play our Route 1. Focus play down the left. Do I want to do that? I'm actually half tempted to do an underlap on the left, but because I'm playing an inverted winger, probably not a good idea. I think it's probably a good idea to focus play down the left. Counter press and counter. We're not really a great countering team either. I'm going to keep an eye on that, and I might even switch that off, as well as that one. But we'll go counter attack for the time being. These buttons are very dangerous in FM. These, just clicking these are very dangerous because both of these will pull your team out of shape. You can see in the counter we will have this back four, the 3 and the DLP, but the DLP may go missing. So we're leaving just the back 3 isolated. I don't know. West Ham are going to play with a wing play style. So we're going to play with a standard line to start. We might even have to drop the line even further as the game progresses. West Ham are a pretty good team, and we're going to struggle. I'm going to say our home form is important. I think it is a good thing to tell them. Even if we get a point, it will be a good result. We'll go and take a look at the opposition. Again, we'll ask our assistant to do it. We know that Kudos is a good player and he's being tight marked. We just have a quick look. He's quite strong. He's quite aggressive. We can't hard tackle him. And one of these two, Alvarez, is probably the one that we need to tight mark in midfield. So we're going to tight mark him to begin with because he's the playmaker. Souček is deeper. He's probably going to be playing as a ball winner. We don't really need to worry about him too much. But he's going to be playing as looks like a Volante. And we need to tight mark him and make sure he doesn't get any space. One other thing that we have to consider, Kudos is going to be the playmaker in here. So I think we've done what we can. Hey Salonic, good to see you. Yes, don't forget guys, if you're sitting in the chat, give us a like, help get the channel out to other people. Here we go then. Defense is key. I'm playing balanced because I want to give ourselves a chance as well at home. But defense is key, and it really is about, can we defend? Can we actually control the ball as well? Jason's not having the best start to his Ipswich career. He's pretty poor actually, but he's got to play as well. He's rated as a good player. He's just not showing it at the moment. And I just want to keep an eye on our shape. And I'm looking at how high the central midfielder is. He's settling down a little bit because at one stage he was in front of the attacking midfielder, but he settled down a little bit now. The shape looks good. And thanks, Godfrey. Appreciate it, mate. And I don't know. At the moment, we're doing okay. I will take a 0-0 with no shots at all. I will absolutely take that. The possession is 50-50. Passing completion is very, very much the same. And nothing seems to be happening at the moment, which is good news. I like it when nothing's happening, when you're in a dogfight at the bottom of the league. I can see West Ham are actually not focused down the flanks. And if that becomes a concern, when we look at passing statistics, if that becomes a concern, I'm going to lift the line. Because the chances are they're focused in the middle of the field areas. And that is a danger. But at the moment, we are just about edging it. With one shot, one on target, West Ham have had none. And I will take this. I'll absolutely take this. There's not been a single highlight in the first half. So that's fine by me. And yeah, we are certainly the better team. And I think we need to be telling them. Let's say it's time, or you've been unlucky. It's time for everyone to dig in and you can improve, boys. You weren't that bad, but you can improve. And they're all very happy. We go to our assistant now, remembering that we've type marked Alvarez, Talisca, has moved. Kudos has got injured. Talisca, is he as dangerous? His concentration isn't very good. So yeah, let's type mark him. At the moment, it's just a stalemate. And who is he? Where is he going to be playing then? I think he's gone onto the wing, hasn't he? And, yeah, I think we'll just go with what our assistant is saying at the moment. Has he got a weaker foot? So we'll turn him onto his left foot. But at the moment, there's not much I can do. We've had no highlights. They seem to be playing well. And we'll just have to see. I mean, I'm not expecting to get anything out of this game, so getting anything will be good. Defence is key. And if we don't concede, then that'll be great. At the moment, we're playing very well at the back. We're not looking like we could concede. The midfield could be sharper. I'm going to tell Burns I want more. I'm going to tell Delap that I want more from him, because he's had a dreadful start, and Hurst will be coming on very soon if he doesn't buck his ideas up. We haven't taken enough shots, so I'm going to take that off and just perhaps let them have a shot or two. West Ham have come back into the game. We've got the possession, even though we are playing direct counter-attack. And it's a very strange game at the moment. There's been very little going on. And that's a sign that we're defending well. But they can always sneak a goal. I've got a couple of players who are not playing well. Maybe time to get them off the pitch. Hi Diogo, good to see you. And your understanding is better than it's like, I don't know if that's true, Salonic. I just apply football knowledge to FM, and I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I know West Ham are coming back into the game. I am concerned about the amount of play that they are. So I'm going to push the lineup. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but their focus seems to be through the middle. It's across the pitch, so they're likely to be playing in that area of the pitch here. Just also take a look. Alba Yimaz has been causing a problem or two, so I am going to type mark him as well. I don't want him being a nuisance. I'm going to make some changes as well, because Delap is once again, having promised me he'd work on that, he's not. And Connor Chaplin, not expecting that from him, so I'm going to bring on Broadhead, put Broadhead out there, and Jason can play as the shadow striker. And then we have Wes Burns, who's absolutely shocking. And the only option I have then is to play Sola. So we're going to make a couple of changes for the players who are not particularly performing very well. West Ham have definitely come back into the game. They've got the match momentum. It does concern me. My scout has told me that their expected play is wing play. I'm not seeing that. And they are definitely focused across the pitch. So I don't know if it's the right thing to do to push the line up. We've got to try and get the momentum back. Nothing's happening, which is really cool at this point in time. I'm just going to look for... what's your take on the latest update? Yeah, Tails, I've not been happy with that. I think there's more to it than meets the eye. Just wanted to share a feature I found out. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant news, Diogo. Congratulations, brilliant news. I didn't see that, so yep, if you're still there, absolutely brilliant news. Attacking wider, it's not my attack I'm worried about. I'm just worried about getting a point here, because a point will be a great result for us. And I'm reluctant to change. We've had another shot. I'm reluctant to change anything at the moment because it's 0-0. And this is a very good West Ham team. I'm keeping an eye on tired players as we come to the last 10 minutes. And I'm also going to have a look at West Ham's. Alvarez is very tired. There's players who are not playing well. Bowen is having a shocker. I wonder where they are particularly weak. So it's hard to say where they are actually particularly weak. I'm going to make my final changes. I've got McKenna and Leif Davis who are tired. So now Harwood Bellis can come in here. Garosabal can do this. It's a shame we can't see any highlights. I'd like to see how this is working. Or not. Leif Davis is also tired. I do have Firpo who can come on there. And we almost got a highlight. Almost. It's been a kind of strange game, this. West Ham have not really threatened. We haven't threatened. But there is a highlight to West Ham. And this is FM, isn't it? Oh, we've pinched the ball. Nicely done. Well, he is fresh on the pitch, so he should have pinched the ball there. And is this going to be a breakaway? Can we do it? Come on, boys. Come on. We've defended well, and it's all about defence at the moment and seeing if you can sneak a goal. Oh, what a chance. Unfortunately, our forwards are not good. Our defence is not good. And it's just a case of hanging on. Get in. It's Hurst again. And now I don't know what to do. We have taken the lead. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now I don't know what to do. And I'd like to see a few more highlights, please, FM, because I have no idea how West Ham are playing. And that's when I'm going to go to comprehensive highlights now. I want to see what they're doing. They're not playing very well. Their ratings are shocking. And they are definitely down the middle. It's definitely down the middle that they are playing. So I want to make sure there's no space in here. Absolutely zero space for them. I am going to put Leif Davis now on a Firpo now on a support duty, because I don't want him just going up the field irresponsibly. I don't want to close the game down yet. But West Ham, suddenly there's a bunch of highlights. But I have switched to comprehensive, so that might be it. Come on, boys, clear that. Well done. Well done, boys. Now counter. Hurst, you're having a great game. Go forward, boy. Nicely done. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. And we do have another attack going on here, but unfortunately Broadhead has let us down. I'm going to switch off the counter as well now. That we don't need to counter anymore. Definitely don't need to be where is it? We can time waste a little bit, not too much yet. and just focus on defending. And the good news is they're not playing very well. So hopefully our defence will hold out. They've upped the tempo, they're coming at us. But so far we're holding out defensively. And I've got to say, well done, boys. Even if it ends up as a draw, I've got to say, well done to them. They're coming at us again. We've pinched the ball. Nicely done. And just keep it now, I think. Just keep the ball, boys. Run to the corner flag. Don't worry about scoring again. That's it. Just get in the corner. He's put a cross in. It's not a very good cross. They're going to break on the counter. Oh, my good God. That's just like, if we can get 3 points here, then it will be a great result. Whether we can hold on, I don't know. I'm going to up now the time wasting as we come into time added on. And who said play wider? I'm going to go narrower. And I'm going to reduce the tempo, reduce the passing. And just try and keep hold of the ball, boys. It's just, can we hold on? Well done, nice tackle. I don't know whether I should shout at them and encourage them or tell them to focus. I'm just going to let them play now. And hopefully... Oh, so we're going to concede from a set piece there. I did switch the preparation to defending corners, so that might have paid off. And being as they're playing really badly, nicely done, goalkeeper, then hopefully we can just hold on. I think we've done an extremely good job. We haven't attacked. I know I was, but I did switch it to comprehensive. And now I'm going to go defensive. It's time to go defensive and stop them. Stop them getting into attacking positions. There's just a minute left. FM will be extremely cruel if it gives West Ham a goal now after this. And afternoon, Spike, how are you doing? Don't concede from a corner. We've done well. Hold on to the ball. Hold it. And we are going to beat West Ham, surely. That's the referee lost his whistle. Get rid of it. Put it into Rosed. That's it. It's full time. We have beaten West Ham. I don't know how that happened. Defence is everything. And if you look, we've only created 4 opportunities. West Ham, though, only created 6. And if you look at West Ham's forward ratings, we've shut them down. Good defence is everything. I have to say we were happy. I'm happy. We didn't play particularly well, especially up front. But we are now in 6th. We're in the Europa League spot. This is not going to last. But we have to be looking at, we have 13 points. To survive, we're going to need about 38. So we're a third of the way there. And if we actually look at the season preview, we were supposed to finish in 20th. The media obviously like the transfers that we've done, so they've lifted us up 1 place. So being that we are in 6th, I think we have to be fairly happy with how things are going. I do not like playing first season in FM, but we've done well. I think the decision that we made a couple of decisions in defence, and Wolfenden is clearly in form. So playing Harwood, Bellis and Grossable on the right might be the right idea. They can share the minutes. And this month has started quite well. We'll have a look at where the next game is. So we have won our last 3 games. We've got Nottingham Forest now. This isn't going to be any easier. We've got an international break. The good news is for our teams is that we don't have too many players on international duty. They're certainly not going to be starters, so they won't. And we're still in 6th even after Chelsea have played. So it's looking good. It's looking very good. And basically this is what we have to do. We have to defend well. I don't care about attacking. I really do not care if we attack or not. We don't have a very good attack, so it's no good relying on them. We just have to focus on defending well. And we will lose games. We will lose a lot of games. And there are some lovely players available, just I don't have any money, which is always the case in FM. I'd like to sign players, but I haven't got any money. And Aston Villa, we're still in 6th. Liverpool beat Aston Villa. So now we can relax, enjoy the international breaks. How many? I think I've got a large database. Spike. And I think I've only loaded up the big 4 leagues. Since this is just Ipswich, there's no point. I'm not going anywhere after Ipswich. So we still got players out 3 weeks. And they are returning to training. Ladapo, yeah, you can go. I'm going to scout him. 2.8 million. But it is interesting that, unfortunately, my 2 main centre-backs can't play together. And it's going to be a long time before they learn to play together. It's a long-term mission, that. And I don't have long-term. I have to win football matches or get draws. I have to accumulate points at this stage. I don't want to be going into the second half of the season in a relegation place. I have to accumulate points. I do like this boy. Would suit my team absolutely to the T. He's got everything that I need. Good mentors, but he can tackle and he can mark, as well as do his job in terms of his creativity. That is the kind of player that I want in my system. Somebody who can win the ball plus be very creative. 4.2 million. I don't have the money. I have to sell someone first, which is unfortunate. He's young, probably not someone I'd be thinking of buying at the moment. Maybe next season, once we've survived. But it's really important that we survive. Koulibaly, 25 years old. Good mentors, physicals. He's just a decent squad player. So he's not on my radar. The other guy is on my radar, but he's not. How many players? I mean, I did do a save my tactic just recently from a guy called Darren. And blimey, it was loading the game slow. It was moving on really slow. And I've got quite a powerful computer here. And I was wondering why on earth. And I thought at first there might be something wrong with my computer. But when I looked at what he'd got loaded in, he'd got every league in the world loaded into. I don't know what computer he is playing on, but he had every league in the world loaded up and large player database. And I'm thinking about no wonder So I had to click off all of the leagues that were not necessary. These two, yeah, Jack Taylor needs a word. And I don't know how many do you have loaded, Spike? It's just bonkers. It was like so slow, and I thought there's something's gone wrong with my computer. I was absolutely delighted, of course. He deserves the chance. What am I going to say? Am I going to go to the bottom and say, well, I thought he was lucky, really? These are silly questions that you get asked by the press. And maybe one day, FM will take them out. Oh, the FA Cup, or the League Cup, did we have a draw at some point? This glitch is doing my head in. Never used to do that. Have we? Yeah, we are playing Everton. We've had that already. We knew about that one. Nottingham Forest away. We're on a good run, and you'd think that that would be 3 points in the bag. You'd think. But this is probably the one we should win, and we're going to lose. Whereas West Ham was the one we should lose, and we won. I think defence is the order of the day again. Just keep playing this low block. Now I do want to keep an eye on. I only have 4 players from Wednesday. So when they come back on Wednesday, I'm going to give them a day off. All the players a day off. So what day is it today? Monday. So when they come back, 12 players will return. So I want to give everybody a day off. Only one promise, Ladapo. If we have a look at the dynamics, 2 players. Cameron Burgess wants a new contract. I'm not giving him a new contract. He's messed me about. So I do need to just check who's still on international duty. Firpo is still on international duty. So I think it's time now to go and give them a day off. So Harwood Bellis is tired. McKenna is tired. Delap is tired. Timon's recovering from injury, so not him. Harwood Bellis, McKenna, Delap. The rest are in good shape, so I'm not too worried about them. Ling also is not El Hamadi. Ling is a bit tired, so he can have a day off as well. So something that people overlook, they come back from international duty quite tired. So give them a day off before we come to the game. We got another. These players who are still on international duty, they need a day off now. And that's Firpo. Just Firpo. The others obviously were on the bench. It is something that people overlook. And then they wonder why their players are so tired. It's because you don't give them a day off. And a lot of these players coming back from international duty, they do get a day off. Some of them get 2 days off once they come back. The boys who are travelling a long way will get 2 days at home. But these boys haven't been travelling too far. Although I think Bagot went to Indonesia, so that was quite a journey. But he's not in the first team squad, so no problem. Defending corners, attacking free kicks. I'm going to go for attacking corners. rather than we see more corners than free kicks. And yeah, we need to rotate. I'm not sure that that's a good idea to put Harwood Bellis in the middle, although we should be beating Forest, so maybe we ought to get them used to playing with each other. Cameron Humphreys for Hartel, that's a good idea, and Ling for Jason. It's probably a good idea. So let's we're going to try that out. We're going to see that go nuts again. Garosable can come in. Cameron Humphreys. Hartel is not playing very well, nor is Morton. I'm really disappointed. He was supposed to be one of my star players. And decisions. Sola, Ling can come in for Jason. Just have a relationship with Leif Davis. Wes Burns is the other issue. 6.91 Sola. I might play Sola on the wing just to mix the team up a little bit. Set my standard squad view to show injury risk. Check after each match and routinely rest a player. To be honest with you, do you really think that makes a difference with the game itself? I just think that every week the game rolls a dice and you're going to get 1, 0, 1 or 2 injuries. And whatever comes out, doesn't matter. I've had injuries when players have been resting, but a player who's at home resting get injured. I mean, I don't know, maybe he tripped over the cat. I don't know. Do you really think it makes any difference, Salonic? Vedran, good to see you. I miss the days where you can type. Yes, I know, Tails. I do miss that as well. I used to swear in the press conferences and I'd get fined. The board would speak to me for my behaviour. And yes, that should come back. That was fun, swearing in the press conference when you were really feeling down. I do miss that. You're quite right. Have you ever done that? Because the board get really angry, and sometimes the FA get really angry with you. That would be fun to have that back. That was a fun part of the game. And it made you feel better. Because you get fined by the club for swearing in the press conference. Bring that back. Oh boy. So this is this now has become a very, very big game. A very big game. Because if we win this one, we will be flying. We will be flying and way above the relegation zone. But we can lose every one of these games. We can lose every one of these games without a shadow of a doubt. They are probably just as bad as we are. Looking at this, they are probably just as bad as we are. Good news is they're not very good at set pieces. They lack aggression. They lack off the ball. They're not great finishers. They can't cross. They're not very good at set pieces. Their concentration is awful. That's a big one. Their anticipation and decisions are poor. If they are poor in those areas at the back, you should be pressing them. Work rate and teamwork also suggests that they should be pressed. And long shot suggests that it's okay to put your line back a little bit. They have a good left back, and the goalkeeper is extremely good. So both of their wing backs are good. So maybe I need to focus play down the middle. So that's what I'm going to do first off. Focus play down the middle, because they do have good wing backs. I play on power, so I have a variation with the amount. I don't load leagues. Yeah, I'm playing on a gaming laptop. It's some MSI. It's extremely good. So I don't have any problems with this. But boy, I could not get that save to work on it. Could not get that to work on it. But he had every league in the world available loaded. Well, defensively, although we're playing reasonable, the ratings are not very good. Samuel Ling has not had a good start. If we have a look at his form, he hasn't played much. He did play against Arsenal. Everybody played bad against Arsenal. So he needs to improve. So we're keeping a sharp eye on him. He is allegedly a good player. But a lot of these are rated by my scouts. So having sorted that out, I just now need to find out. They're going to play control possession. We can see it might be a good thing to focus down the middle, because they've got poor relationships here. These two are not attacking. They're not going to go very far forward. You've got a ball winner and a half-back, a full-back and an inverted wing-back. So they're going to try and get bodies in here when they're going forward. But I think we should focus our play down the middle. I think we should play with a high line. I think that's probably a good thing to do. But I also think we should push up further. I think if we put pressure on them in here, so I'm going to trigger press more often, focus our play down the middle, because they have poor relationships, as we do, in this area and at centre back. And I'm going to ask players to specifically mark opposition players. So where they look vulnerable, they do look vulnerable down the middle. So that's the game plan. I think looking at them, we should push up and play football against them. It's a gamble, because we're not used to playing that way. Still wants Wes Burns in for Solar. I think probably I'll do it. It's about familiarity. Inverted wing back to complete wing back. He does want to go for it, doesn't he? So we will bring Wes Burns in. Even though he's got a 6.91 overall, and the last 5 games are 7. So it's not too bad. Solar can stay on the bench for now. And then I'm going to bring Hurst in, because Delap is rubbish and Hurst is just popping in the goals. If we look at Hurst's form, he's scoring goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. He's got 7 goals. So, and Delap hasn't got any, I don't think. Delap's only got a couple. So he's the man in form, so he deserves to play. And oh boy, I keep saying that this is about defence. The team are all very happy. So if this is about defence, is playing high up the pitch the right thing to do? I don't know. Time will tell. I just feel that they are weak at central defence, and at their pivot is weak. So get up there and annoy them. Just get up on the front foot and annoy their defending players. Big call, this. Big call. The other thing that should I do is press them. I just don't think that's the right thing to do. We'll just focus on the goalkeeper. We'll go to the opposition. These two boys, I want to put pressure on them. So our shadow striker should be closing down more. And one of them will be a passer. Dominguez should be tight marked. And Singare, I'm going to ask my shadow striker to close down more. So up front, we probably need to tight mark the forward. And Hudson-Odoi is a decent player. I need to hard tackle him. And that's about it for now. And always tight mark the attacking mid. So it's these two I want to focus on. So I'm going to ask the shadow striker to close down more. He's already being asked to do that. So that's good news. And Hurst, I want him to close down more as well. So what I'm going to do, what I have to do here is I have to reduce. What do I reduce? I think it's the trigger press, isn't it? And then I can get him to close down more. Yeah. So I want him to close down more. And also, then I can bring back the trigger press then. I want everybody trigger pressing, especially high up the pitch. So that's the game plan. It seems to me that's where they're weak. Through the middle and try and give them a hard time. But I do have to watch their attack. They're not great at finishing. They're not the best team we've come up against. But I do think we should actually be going at them a little bit. Getting high up the pitch, putting pressure on them. We do need to watch these two. And they are trying to play out. But because we're not pressing, they can have the ball there. That's okay. But let's put pressure on them. Well done. I mean, that's what we want to do. Put pressure on them. But not outrageous pressure by counter-pressing all the time. So that was a decent highlight to start. But they've got the ball. The high line is what we should be playing. That's a poor tackle. And I think probably because, yeah, it's probably not, we've tried it, it's probably not the best idea. Looking at it, I'm going to come back into a low block and we'll still play with the high line. But I don't think that it's the best idea to actually try and play high up the pitch. We're not good enough. So we'll compact our lines. We'll get our lines closer together, make it hard for them. And then when they do get the ball at the back, we will press those players. Nicely done. Chaplin's in. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. 4-4-2. You gotta love a 4-4-2, and it is extremely hard to defend against. 4-4-2 is the hardest thing to defend against. And looking at Forest, they are coming down the flanks. They're mainly targeting my flanks. So what I'm going to do is pull my line back. If you want to try and get down the flanks, you're going to have to work hard for that. We did try with the high press early on. It didn't work. But we've come back into the game since. I mean, if we can get a point here away at Forest, this would be a great result. Elanga is causing me problems. So let's go and have a look at Elanga. Left foot, hard tackle. He's not very good at crossing. Concentration is poor. Decision, so closing him down. And left foot. And hard tackling. Stop him causing me problems, if we can. So they've had 4 opportunities, none of them on target. That is an indication that defensively we are still quite solid. And look how close our lines are. They're going to find it very difficult to find space in between the lines. Very difficult. And there's an example. It's very difficult to break that down. And if we defend well, then they will have problems breaking that down. But if they get behind us, we will have trouble defending against them. But we've defended well. And they're starting to come down the middle a little bit more, but our lines now are close together. And they're playing nicely. They're passing it through any press that we might have. But we are not pressing too much, which is not leaving players isolated up the pitch. Go on, son. Nicely done. Elanga has switched wings, has he? Or is he just roaming about? So we're 0-0, and this is how the last game went. Defence is everything. Forget about attack. Just hope that you can sneak a goal. They are definitely the better team at the moment. Something's not right. Something is not quite right at the moment. So let's try pushing the line up. Let's squeeze. Let's squeeze that space again. Overall, the defence is looking solid. It's the midfield not looking good. Oh, we got one of these again, have we? Why can't my assistant do this? Ah, boy. All right, okay. Well, I have to type mark Owonia to stop that. He is supposed to be type marked. My defence just didn't do their job. That's what happened there. They didn't do their job. They are hammering us at the moment. Absolutely hammering us. I'm wondering if mentality might help if we take the game to them a little bit, or just be patient for a little while. Maybe we should take the game to them. We're certainly getting beaten doing what we are at the moment, although the high line has given us a highlight again. Set pieces, what can you do? There's nothing I can do about that. The game sets those up, and I can't do anything about that on the day. What a chance! It's 1-1. So let's not panic. Let's not panic. I do feel, though, that if we are more positive in our approach, although we might be leaving a little bit of space behind, that we might get a result here. Having Leif Davis free on that side is brilliant. And having no defensive responsibilities is brilliant. We've sneaked that against the run of play. But the high line seems to have done a little bit of magic. Because we've got the ball a little bit. And I do know they still are weak in these areas. They might make a mistake. In fact, he's going long. They don't fancy playing short. He's gone long. We need to win those second balls, though. Morton, that's a nice pass. That doesn't happen often. Go on, Burnsy. Go on. Go on, son. Lovely cross. Hurst in space. Oh, he almost put it in. Hurst again with the goal. How can I play Delap when he just is scoring at will? Elanga, we've kept quiet now. Gibbs-White is a problem. And I might have to put somebody on Gibbs-White. Oh, go on. There is the press, and that's what the mistake. That's what I wanted them to do, to make a mistake. That's a good pass. Into the box. What a chance. Hit the post. It's gone in. We are 2-1 up, and that is what I planned for. That is what I planned for. That they would make an error. We targeted the middle of their defence, and they made a dreadful error. Beautiful pass from Morton. And Ling should have scored, but it's gone in off the goalkeeper. What a turnaround. Oh, boy. That's what I wanted, was them to make that error. Go on, son. Go on, have a pop. not into Rose Head. Oh, boy. What are you laughing at, Canadian dude? We are doing really well. We are doing really well. Expected to finish in 19th. I think we're in the Champions League spots at the moment. Come on, boys. Make it 3. That's it. Oh! What a turnaround this is. Come on, let's have a set-piece goal. We did focus on attacking free corners as well, but we don't score many of those. We've certainly pinched the momentum back off them. Only one shot on target, though, but I don't care. I really don't care. Don't get complacent. Is probably what I should be saying. Looks stressed. Looks stressed. They all look happy. I do need to think about Hudson-Odoi. He's not having a bad game. Should I be closing him down, perhaps? Should be hard tackling him. And that's done already. Ling 6.3. I know. He's had a nightmare start. Also, Grossable 6.5. The new players who've come in are not playing well. They've got 10 more minutes. And then they will be coming off. Unless they do something, they're coming off. Humphreys needs to ease off the tackling. It's the old Ipswich team that are actually getting the results, not the new boys coming in. So I'm not quite sure what to do about that. At some point, they need to play. We don't need to change anything at the moment. We still need to put pressure on them, try to make them make mistakes again. But they are dangerous. Down the sides. But so far we've defended those crosses. We'll just keep an eye on where they are attacking from, their focus of attack. Everything is grinding out results. Ling, I want you to make a pass. He's got one through. Chaplin! Oh, oh, Chaplin, put your foot through it. None of this fancy stuff. We've still only got one shot on target. We're leading 2-1. Elanga is no, he hasn't shifted up anymore. Gibbs White hasn't improved. Odoi hasn't improved. Neco Williams hasn't improved. Right. Some of these boys have to come off. Ling for a start. Broadhead can come on. So we'll move Harwood Bellis over and bring on Wolfenden. We've got lots of yellow cards. So I want them to stay on their feet. Morton, for once, is having a decent game. We don't want him to tackle harder now. And Chaplin, surprisingly, Chaplin. Hartel can come on up here. See how he gets on as an attacking mid. Chaplin had a golden opportunity. Why did he try to chip the goalkeeper then? He should have just put his foot through it. The goalkeeper would not have saved that. So at the moment, Forest have been static for a long time. We've got the match momentum. They've taken it back a little bit and they are focusing down the right, where Leif Davis often goes missing. But I'm hoping that the back three will hold through the middle. We have got a high line, haven't I? Yeah. The thing to do when they shift their focus down the middle is to have a high line. If they shift their focus down the flanks, just pull your line back a notch. We've got to try somehow and hold on to this now. They're going to come back at us like everybody else has. Elanga is a problem down that side. And I think what I need to do is go to a back four now. So if he's a problem, Leif Davis can become a fullback on support, and he can come back as a fullback on support the other side. Go back to a back four and make sure Leif Davis can also tight mark Elanga. Just make sure. Have I got any subs left? Yeah. Nobody's particularly tired yet. We'll wait 5 minutes. So if we can win this, no, we'll still be in sixth. That'll be unlucky. I thought with that 6 points, we'd go up to 16 points. We started on 10. Why are we still... We are on 16, but haven't moved in the table. Right, we need to start closing it down now. Start time wasting a little bit. Bring the tempo down. I don't want to pass into space anymore. I want it to go to feet. We won't counter. We'll slow the pace down. That's fine. And that's cool. So we'll just... and then we'll go... Once it goes to about 89, we'll go defensive. They have come back into the game. They've lost the momentum a little bit. Let's go defensive now. And let's close this game off. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. And just go narrow. Just get more compact in the middle. 8 minutes. Where did you get that from? If we can hold on to this, this will be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And like I said, you pick up points where you can. You defend for your lives. You just do whatever you can to stop the opposition scoring. The lines don't look particularly good at the moment. They're better now, as they try to go round the back. And Morton was just looking there. And as they're trying to go around the back now, let's bring our line back. Let's bring our lines back now. And that should see it out, and that will be another victory. Oh, come on, FM. Surely not. Well done, boys. Well done. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Don't have to do anything. Just pass. That's it. Up the line. Up the line. That's it. Full time. Get in. We have won the second game of the episode. I don't know how we're doing this. Why do I have to say we didn't play as well? I just want to say well done. But they seem happy with that. The options I'm getting are really bad. I should be telling them, hey guys, you're 6th in the Premier League. That's what I should be telling them. Wow. So we're not far off the Champions League spots here. We do have some more difficult games to come, though. Looking at the schedule... Tottenham, and then Everton. I can't see us getting anything against Tottenham, but we'll do our best. We've won 4 on the trot now, 3 in the Premier League, and we have 16 points. And that's a huge amount of points at this stage. When is the next game? I think probably we have a week off, don't we? Yeah. I was not expecting that. I was hoping that we might get 4 points out of these 4 games. 6 points out of 6 is more than I was expecting. I'm extremely impressed with how this Ipswich team is defending. We have a look at the 9th worst. We've conceded 14 goals, but I think we conceded most of those early on. Manchester City beat us 3-0. Fulham got 3. We're not leaking goals, I would say. We've got one clean sheet in the Premier League. But we're not leaking goals. So to be 9th worst at this point, 7th best, I'd say this is going pretty well. I'd say it's going pretty well. I mean, don't expect this to continue. We will hopefully finishing about 14th or 15th. Now we've got a different problem here. This is one good team. The good news is this, that they don't do well from set pieces. Richarlison is not in form. Look at this team. I mean, for goodness sake. We have to pack the middle. These two, we have to try and force them outside. Especially Pedro Porro. He's going to be in these areas, isn't he? We've really got to be compact and defend well here. Really got to be. Again, it's control possession. We should play with a high line, but they can equally go down the flanks as they can through the middle. We're just going to have to be good enough in this area of the pitch. So he is going to come back onto a support duty. We'll continue to play this. I don't want to play through the middle. Might actually be focused down the left to keep it away from the middle. And Pedro Porro and the Van de Ven need to be pushed outside. So let's get to team selection. Can we beat Tottenham? I mean, if we can beat Tottenham, that will be the result of the century. What was that? Still in 6th. So everything that we're going to do this season is about defending, and we're going to be tearing our hair out soon when the defending goes wrong. He would probably be a good player for the future, but I'm not thinking future. Mangala, we know about Mangala. He looks fairly decent, but central defender he is. Not for me. Not for me. Manchester United are still down in 13th. I do expect United to, at some point, recover and get up here somewhere. And I do expect Villa to get above us as well as West Ham. I'm looking at 14th, 15th finishing for the season. The nearer we can get to that 36 points or so. Alan Russell, better balanced coaching workload. Alan Russell doing set pieces. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Somebody actually has been leaving me comments to do watch-alongs, Premier League watch-alongs. I know we do talk on this channel a lot about real football. I mean, I just want to put it past you. Would that be something that people get involved in? Do you watch along on YouTube while you're watching the Premier League games? What do you think, guys? Should I start thinking about doing that, or probably not a good idea? What do you think, guys? He's very insistent that I should do it. Put him on the transfer list. Where's Burns? Are you having a laugh? He's playing really well. May run down his contract. 25. Oh, we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that later. Al-Mohammadi, let's raise his... Yeah. I don't think we need to put him as a star player. be interesting to try. I did try with somebody doing FM and Real Football podcast. It sank like a lead balloon. Neither of us were very good at doing it, so we gave that a miss in the end. But we tried, and that was as a result of a suggestion. So what do you think, guys? Should we do watch-alongs, thinking that maybe Chelsea-Tottenham would be a good one to start with? George Hurst he's immense, but I don't want to praise his form. Yeah, why not? He's playing well. And Scott McKenna, I don't know if he's playing that well. 7.57. Yeah, he's not, but his form is really good as well, McKenna. Oh, he's obviously got higher expectations. So I'm looking forward to seeing more from you then, if you've got higher expectations of yourself. What do you like about the music? What do you like about watch-alongs? Free kicks he wants to focus on. I guess we go along with him. I have no idea. I know they're not very good at set pieces. So, wants to put Wes. I can't disagree with that. Wes Burns in for Solar. Can't disagree with that. We tried him, it didn't work. Ling, it's not functioning. Delap and Hurst. As much as I want to play Delap, you can't deny that Hurst deserves his opportunities. Leif Davis, not great, but he is a star player. Firpo, Wolfenden is playing well, so we will start Wolfenden and put Harwood Bellis here. Or maybe Garasabal. No, Harwood Bellis is better. I don't want to play Delap. I really don't want to play Delap. Do you think it's do you think music is more about the team that you support? So, for example, me doing Chelsea and Tottenham wouldn't be fun to watch. It would only be fun to watch if I was watching Manchester United, for example. So, or Ipswich. I'm very fond of Ipswich, which is why I'm a Delap fan. And I think they're playing extremely well, and the table doesn't justify what they're doing. And I'm hoping they recover. So take those two teams where I have a vested interest. I'm likely to be more emotional than I am, and I'm likely to be angrier, if you like, definitely much more emotional, happier. My reactions are not going to be the same if it's two teams I'm not interested in at all. Like Liverpool, my reactions would be, for Liverpool, would be to be happy when they concede, and to be upset when they score. So I don't know. Is it something to do with? But Chelsea-Tottenham, it wouldn't matter to me who won that. So it would be kind of negative, really. Luongo, that is not good enough. Harness, that is not good enough. If you want to play in this team, you've got to do better than that. I'm really not sure. So long, I mean, doesn't it just become like, if you have no vested interest in either of the two teams and you don't care who wins, then it just becomes a commentary. You also get the interaction, you get the chat, which would be good. I'm trying to figure out if it would be good for my channel. We do on this channel talk, especially on the evening live streams. There's a lot of talk about the Premier League. Not so much in this one, but definitely in the evening one. Yeah, I kind of agree with him that we should be cautious. But if you're playing cautious, you're not going to create many opportunities. You have to play. We are at home. We have to at least try and create a couple of chances. I just need to close my eyes for this one because I don't see us getting anything out of this. Really don't see us getting anything out of this. The Charlie Project channel. Can I ask for advice? Sure. We'll try and help you. The whole chat here is very knowledgeable. We'll try and help you. What seems to be the problem? If it's big, I might ask you to send your save to me when I can, and then I can load it up and I'll see hopefully what the problem is. Do I want to bring Harness onto the bench? Yes, for Ling. Because I don't think... And then also Jason onto the bench for Sola, because Sola's not well. I'll try Jason on the right wing for 20 minutes. We are the underdogs here. Make me proud. It's all again about defending well. Got Coventry promoted. Not easy to do. I'm just wondering if I've got this right. Let's go to the assistant. Let's ask him again. Richarlison is not informed, so we don't really need to bother about him. It's these two that we need to get at. Bissouma is deeper. Left foot. And we also... Oh, Pedro Porro isn't playing. So I think I want to force him outside. But we'll see how he plays. Udogi we know about. He will come inside. So I want him on his right foot. Anyway. Well, if we can win this one in the rain, well, direct passing, route 1, as we're being told we play, might be good in the rain. Slippery ball and all that, fired up the pitch. That's not what we want to be doing. That's not exactly what we want to do. Ooh. Interesting shapes here. I'm just wondering if Leif Davis, if actually I should be playing with a 4 at this time. Because Tottenham are a good team. I've got to remember Tottenham are a very good team. And Leif Davis is very high up the pitch there. And I'm wondering, should I be playing in a 4? Tottenham are going to come down this side, and I think it's the right thing to do to play in a 4. So we're going to put him as a fullback on support and Leif Davis as a fullback on support as well. Let's play with a 4. Let's play a lot more cautiously, and I am going to play cautiously. just play with a 4 at the back. I don't think having Leif Davis having no defensive responsibility this is the right game to do that. Oh, we're in acres of space. Come on, son. And he's done it. Please tell me we're not going to beat Tottenham as well. Please tell me that's not going to happen. I got promoted. Didn't have much money to buy players. I don't know how to give myself the best chance. This is what we are doing here. We have got no chance. We had no money. I had 28 million to spend. Somebody stole 7 million from my coffers. The worst thing was I didn't have a wage budget to go with it. What we did was waited till the last minute to get loans, and we brought in a couple of players as freebies. The rest of the team, and pretty much what we're playing, I think 8 of the team are actually players who played in the championship. And everything, what we're doing now is survival, and defence is everything. So all our focus is on defence, and you've got to get into a low block, get them used to playing in a low block. And mostly you're going to want to play with a standard line because your defence is not going to be great. Everything becomes about defence, unfortunately. I wonder, are Tottenham really tired? Yeah, they are tired, aren't they? That's why we might be winning this, because they are just too tired. Please tell me we're not going to beat Tottenham as well. That will be bizarre. We did make a couple of tweaks with our back line. We've become a little bit more, hopefully, solid at the back. The midfield, because we're compressed, they cannot get between the lines. Maddison is really struggling to make anything happen. So it's very difficult for them to get... Oh, please, not a set piece. You're not going to allow Spurs to beat us with set pieces, are you? At least show us their creativity. And that's okay. The lines are so compact that they're struggling to break us down. And because we've given Leif Davis now defensive responsibility, it's closed down that right-hand side that they were focused on. Everything's about defence, and if you defend well and get your lines right, FM will reward you. And it's rewarding us at the moment. So that's the best advice I can give you, Charlie. It's like, get into a low block. Get as many free players during the window as you can that suit the way that you want to play. You want to decide how you're going to play early on, before, just at the end of the first season. And I decided very quickly, low block. We are playing in a low block. We are going to defend for our lives, and we're not doing too bad. And then get as many freebies that fit the system as you can. Good players who are decent Premier League players. Then you can look at loans. And then later, do not spend your money at the beginning. Spend your money after July, because FM's going to throw all sorts of players at you, and there's going to be better coming along later. That's the best advice I can give you. But everything that you do then is about survival. We are the underdogs here. I don't want to say anything, actually, that might upset them. Defensively, we've been very solid again. Very solid. And Tottenham have pretty much done nothing. And who scored the goal? Chaplin. It was Wes Burns. Wes Burns scored the goal. He's playing well as Hurst. And these are not signings. The players that I have who are playing well at the moment are Wes Burns, Connor Chaplin and George Hurst. They came from the Championship. The players I've brought in are rubbish at the moment. The cautious mentality is working well. So let's go out there, boys. The rain is helping, I think, because we are playing Route 1. But look at our lines. Our lines are very, very close together. And that for Maddison. Maddison's having a heck of a job trying to find space in there. I do need to watch where they are attacking. It's still pretty much down the left-hand side. Harwood Bellis, though, here's my light going again. Harwood Bellis, though, is a good defender. So, at the moment, we are doing a very, very good job. Nobody's tired. I'd like a second goal, if possible. And don't be afraid to use cautious or defensive at the end of a game. Don't be afraid to lower your line as well. If you've gone to standard and they're still getting around the back of your fullbacks, then go to lower. Decrease the space again. The only problem you have to do is just make sure they're not going to switch to go down the middle. And we've made it 2-0. What is wrong with this Tottenham team? Here's Hurst again. He is magnificent at the moment. He's like scoring in every game. He's just there. They're finding it very difficult. But he will eventually be tight marked. So now that I'm guessing Spurs are going to throw the kitchen sink at us. I'm going to look at their... They're not very well. And maybe because they played in Europe in the week. Some of my players are not very well either. Broadhead, for example, is very tired. Tyler Morton. If we beat Spurs, this will be an incredible result. Humphreys is doing okay. Hartel can come on there. Just always start with a standard line and build from there. Yeah, I mean, that's the right thing to do. If they have... it's not about pace, Salonic. It's more than just pace. Pace is one thing, but if we look at one of these players, let's look at Scott McKenna. What we'll be looking at is composure, decisions, positioning. These are the things that will cause mistakes. Anticipation. He's a good player. He's got decent attributes in those areas. Composure could be better. He's still going to make occasional mistakes. We'll go and look at someone else, like Cameron Burgess, for example. He's got very good mentors and should be playing more. Because he's less likely to make mistakes. And so you want to be playing... Players you're looking for have got to have bravery. They're going to be throwing their body on the line. They've got to have good composure, good decisions, or as good as you can find. Composure, decisions, bravery. What was the other one? Anticipation. Those are really important attributes. So that's what I kind of look for. Broadhead is on his last legs. These players I'm bringing on, though, are not the greatest players. They haven't started well. I'm going to leave it at that for now. We are beating Tottenham. Let's not lose sight of the fact they are coming back into it, and they are going up the middle. And immediately I see that, I'm going to change something. Once I see them starting to go up the middle, I need to compress this space. because I don't have enough bodies in there, so I need to give them even less space than they had before and stop them coming up the middle. It's really important that you spot that when they do that. And at the moment, we are just like flying. We are Premier League contenders at the moment, I think. Whereas Burns and Hurst are tired. So Jason will have to come over here. Harness can come on there. And George Hurst will be replaced by Delap. But I can find... yeah, mentals are so important. When I'm in the transfer window, so I can just look for mentals. And those 4 things, they're going to have to be so brave. They're going to, like... The number of blocks, we are making a huge amount of blocks. A lot of the highlights are blocks. You want bravery. You want players who are just going to throw their body and block the ball. We're seeing so many blocks from our players. There's another one. And they need to get their body. If they don't have bravery, they're not going to be able to do that. And replace him with Firpo, okay. If I'm allowed. You want your lines as close together as you can possibly get them. Get as many players behind the ball as you can. One thing with 10 minutes to go. I'm going to ask my assistant to do this now. Madison... I don't think we need to worry too much about Bentancur anymore. But we'll still type mark him. And then Skip is come on with a ton of energy. Wow, what is wrong with my light? I think I'm going to have to change my light again. It does this far too often. And... I don't think he's anybody that we should really worry about. Maybe do the same for him. Turn him onto his right foot. We don't want super subs. That's what we're getting at. Dragusin is a central defender. Turn him onto his left foot. And probably close him down. I have got tired players out there. Let's go. Let's keep them at bay. Look at how they've stolen the momentum. They are just throwing the kitchen sink at us. But we are restricting their opportunities. They can't break us down. Our lines are too close together. And we are pretty disciplined in what we're doing. And we've caught them on the counter-attack. Twice. But it is possible to catch Spurs on the counter-attack. And also we kept it away from their midfield. We knew they were strong in midfield. So we tried to keep it away from their midfield. I'm going to go to defensive now. And I just need to find out which is the stronger flank. Looks like the left flank. We did well playing that out of defence until we lost it. It looks like the left flank is the strongest flank. We've given away a similar goal to that last night. So I need to get Harwood Bellis on a defend duty now. We need to stop them doing this. Finally, Maddison found some space in between the lines. But we just got to hold on now. If we probably won't hold on. But hey, I'll take a draw against Tottenham. A win would be brilliant. But I was not expecting one. By going defensive, you might notice we suddenly start attacking again. That's not unusual. Because what we've done, mentality plays a big part in ability to counterattack. Because we are not going to attack so much in a defensive shape, Tottenham will come out even more, which leaves big spaces behind them, which, yeah, I'm going to keep that on. And so the mentality plays a big part as well. We don't want to counter-attack anymore. And we don't want to do that as much. So if you go defensive, what it means is you're just not attacking as much, so the opposition just come out even further. And if you're playing direct football, there's huge spaces behind. I do want to click on that one as well. Keep it away from their midfield. Love the way he's time wasting. I think you're going to get a yellow card in a minute. That was a good time waste. 4 minutes we've got to hang on. And they are still coming at us. 1 minute. Come on. Come on, boys. Referee. We do not want to highlight now. Sooner or later, we're going to get done by a late goal. Sooner or later. I'm going to go to very defensive now and put all my defenders. And it's full time and we've beaten Tottenham. I don't believe this. That was really special. I'm struggling to believe this. It's like, I don't know what's going on here. 19 points after 10 games. We're only 9 points behind the leaders. I just am struggling to understand what is going on here. Champions League. Yeah, I mean, it's something that I thought about a long time ago. I think FM24. That the more defensive you go, what going defensive means is you're not going to take any risks. You're going to wait and wait until it's really safe to go forward. So as you're sitting back, what it means is you're drawing them even further out. So that leaves big spaces. And if you're playing direct as we are, then we can use those spaces. And usually those spaces are going to be down the flanks. So you can focus your play down both flanks. And yeah, it's not something that's widely talked about. I can't believe this is happening. I just got to have a look at this. We have won our last 5 games. And we've beaten West Ham. We've picked up 9 points in the Premier League. This is just bizarre. And this is probably where we'll lose. I'm not very confident about this. We just about scraped a win against Everton last time. Did we win with a late goal? Yeah, 81 minutes. And they need a rest. But what a performance that was. I'm actually going to play my reserve team in the main for this game. I want to give these boys a rest and give some game time to the other players. And so the chances of us actually winning this Negligible. Champions League. Yes, this. I mean, wouldn't it be amazing if we could get in the top 7? Just by sheer defending. We're not attacking. We're just defending. And wouldn't that be amazing? Not many people actually think about defending when they're playing this game. They just haven't, pretty much have got no idea about defending. They just attack. And if you can become a very good defensive team, you'll win things. And that's always where I focus. We were only a little better. That's good enough for me. We were a little better. Don't forget the only. They're not very good. They are not good, Everton. Where are they in the league? 10th. But I am going to rotate the team. Penalties is probably a good idea. Throw-ins? Let's do something better. Let's do defending corners. Throw-ins? We don't want to worry too much. And Manchester United lost as well. Manchester United actually are where they are in real life. Although I think they've just jumped up to 11th and they are 12th. So that's pretty realistic. And not realistic for Newcastle, though. Beating Liverpool. Although they did play well against Liverpool, it has to be said. 6th, huh? Who would have thought? So we do want to rotate. Firpo, it's a good idea. The fullbacks can be rotated. That's a good idea. Grossabal and Firpo. And then we'll have Harwood Bellis with Burgess. Burgess is a good player. If we look at his attributes, he just doesn't have any pace. That's his only weakness. But apart from that, he's brilliant in the air. His mentors here, like his bravery, 16, his composure and concentration are good, and his decisions. Teamwork and work rate are not bad. He's a good physical player. His agility isn't very good. It's just his pace. He doesn't turn very well. So playing with him, I think someone should play on cover. So Harwood Bellis can play on cover. Just swap those over, actually. And then put Harwood Bellis on cover here, this side. No, have them the other way. And we'll put him as a defend. So if he can do a job in the air. Hey, Xiao, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Harwood Bellis is a bit tired. So we might have to think about that. And then I really have no idea what to do about these. Hartel can start instead of Morton. Humphreys hasn't played too much, so he's okay. And then Jason on the right wing. Harness as the shadow striker. We will play Delap to give Hurst a break. And then this wing, it has to be Ling. It's not a bad team, I suppose. And Leif Davis. Where's my other defender? Harry Clark. Wolfenden, Morton, Jack Taylor, Solar, Broadhead and Hurst. Need an attacking mid in there, don't I? Yeah. So we're going to rest. We're going to rest them. I always find Harwood Bellis a bit lacking in bravery. Interesting. Just having a look here. Yeah, his bravery's only 12. He's just the go-to. It's just like I so needed a central defender. I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford anybody else. So he's just kind of like a go-to. Sola, or who else have I got as an attacking mid? Broadhead. Hartel can play as attacking mid, as well as Morton. No, Morton can't. Hartel can. I think we'll leave the team at that. We might have to change one player who's looking extremely tired. I can't remember who it is now. But I'm not really worried about the Caribou Cup. We're not going to be winning it. So why bother? If we're not going to be winning it, why bother even being in it? Decent. And then we have Liverpool. Is it possible we could beat Liverpool? Who knows? Why does your formation look weird? Because that's how I decided to set up. I've got like half a dozen, maybe more, tactics that I pretty much use, that I've used successfully. When I came to the end of the season last season, I had to make a decision. How am I going to play? I wanted to play in a low block, of course, and defend well. The team, the formation that I've used, and the best one for defending was the one that you're seeing now. There are others that I use that are better for attacking, which we will use later on when we bring in better players. But for now, I need to defend. And this is the system that defends best in the low block, basically. It's nothing more sinister than that. It works really well in a low block. Attacking-wise, if you have really good players, you can play a high press version. And what you see is huge overloads on the right-hand side, which kind of probably feels a bit weird. But what you see is 3-on-2s here. You see 2-on-1s regularly. You see a lot of crossing going on from here. We've seen a lot of that in this season briefly. In fact, Hurst has been tapping in a lot of goals from the 6-yard line. So we've seen a lot of the overloads that it creates down here. But nothing more sinister than that. It's just the best one that I thought was going to help us in the Premier League. And so far, so good. I know it's a good tactic. Something I developed in FM23. And it works really well. And especially works well in the low block. That's it, really. Well, I'm surprised that they are all happy. Given that it's completely rotated. But maybe these boys will have a better game than they've been having. Are we at home or away? We're away. So we've been on a good run lately. Let's trust them, although I don't trust them. We'll tell them I trust them, but I don't trust them very much. Not this team. They're playing very poorly, these newcomers. But it is their chance to shine. And it would be nice to get a win and continue this run as we go to face Liverpool. And I'd send him off, referee. That was a disgusting tackle early in the game. And he should have been sent off. Now, interesting that that's happened, because I have focus down the left. If I hadn't, I would be saying focus down the left at this point. Get players running at him. He might get another yellow card and get him sent off. It's very early in the game. So I want my players to run at him. In fact, the left winger, I'm going to tell him to dribble more already, so that he's running at him. Leif Davis or Firpo should also be running at him. And so maybe he'll get a red card. Into space. What on earth was that pass? But Humphrey's done well. Go on, boy. He's a young boy. He's playing really well. What a chance! And it's in. And it's Jason who has made it 1-0. I really don't believe this. I am struggling to believe this. We've taken the lead again. Jason, who's been really poor. Humphreys is a good kid. And there you go. It's come down the right, and it's been the 6-yard line where we've scored from. You find this a lot with this tactic, that everything seems to go down the right-hand side. Starts on the left, but then works its way down the right. And I think the defenders drift across, leaving the 2-on-1 and 3-on-2s here. And that isn't going to bother me, Everton. Where is my line? I forgot. Yeah, that's what I want to play. Because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be coming through the centre. Yeah, I want these boys to run at them. I don't want them to pass down the left-hand side if possible. Looks like the middle, doesn't it? Looks like the middle. So I'm going to push the line up a little bit. Stop them coming through the middle. Mostly left, but I think they've switched what they're doing. They're not going to get joy behind the inverted fullback. But we need to stop them coming down the middle. Come on, boys, make it 2. Make it 2. That's a nice pass. Oh, that was almost. Unlucky, boys. Come on, we can do Everton. We've just beaten Tottenham. We can do this lot. Oh, hit the post. And it's in. Get in. No. Delap. What a chance. What a chance for Delap. It's not happening for us, really. We've sneaked a goal, but now they're going down the flanks. So they need to change again. If they're deliberately looking like they're going down the flanks, then I'm going to lower my line again. And they're definitely looking at the flanks. So I definitely need a lower line. The standard line should keep Everton at bay. They don't have great pace. And I don't need to go any lower than that. I don't think. They've switched over to the left-hand side now, rather than the right-hand side. But I'm defending nicely in a back 4. Lines are good, they're compact. You can have the ball in those areas of the field we're not interested. But they are passing it around quite nicely, aren't they? But well done. That's because they're having trouble getting space. Look how close those lines are together. Try and find space in there if you can. I want to go to my assistant now and just see what he thinks. He's almost on his last legs. Decore is probably dictating things a little bit, or Garner. Garner is probably dictating things a little bit. So if we can take him out. And this is why I also always want my players to be able to mark in midfield. He's not very brave, so we'll hard tackle him as well. So anybody who comes into my midfield has to be able to tackle and has to be able to mark. There you go. They're going down the flanks. That forced them to cross from an area that's nothing really. Apter and McNeil. Apter and McNeil. We are tight marking McNeil. Apter's on his last legs. And he's not playing very well. So I don't think we need to worry about him. Come on, boys. Let's get another goal before half time. Let's shock them. Goodison Park belongs to Ipswich. Come on. Is it still called Goodison Park? I don't know. Just started my Everton savoury, so 1-4-0 against Ipswich. It's funny. Isn't it strange, the results? Well, let's face it, Ipswich are not a very good team, and if they haven't got a very good manager, they're really going to suffer. Please don't take that seriously. Cool, what a chance! Oh, he's given him offside. But there's another example of how it comes from the right-hand side. This tactic... Hey, Zhao, did I say hello to you? I didn't see you there. Yeah, disallowed. This tactic is awesome. It is available for download somewhere on my channel. In fact, I think it's available in a very recent video, the Journeyman Tactics video. And as long as you tweak it to meet what your team is best at, it'll do well. It'll do really well for you, but you have to tweak it. And you definitely have to have midfielders who can tackle and who can mark. Now, come on, boys. We've got this. We can do this. We've been the better team. We haven't created that many chances, but we've been the better team. We've had the possession, despite the fact that we are playing direct, not pressing. I think those two boys are not an issue. That was early on. Go on, Hartel. Oh. I think we did set pieces, didn't we? Didn't I change it to attacking corners? Come on, Sam. Don't think we're tall enough. I don't think my defenders... Oh, an action replay. Oh, I thought he was going to get on the end of that. So rotation has paid off so far. And these boys are doing a very decent job. Lovely pass. Lovely pass. Not quite the cross that was needed, though. In transition, we don't look very good ever. And there's the equaliser. We never look good in transition. When we lose the ball outside their box, we never look good. That's just unfortunate. Who was this? Ling. He just gave up. Didn't have the pace to go with him. I mean, on the face of it, Everton deserve to win. But we're not giving this up yet. I'm going to shout and encourage them. It would be sad when shouts are gone from FM25. I don't even know. Look at the lap, 6.4 again. I don't even know if they make any difference, but they make you feel good. And berating the team makes me feel really happy. Just kind of weird. Unlucky. Unlucky, son. Time to make some changes. Time to change the lap again. I wonder if his role is wrong. I did look at it, and he does prefer to play as an advance forward. So he's playing... Oh, here we go. That's through the middle, isn't it? The line isn't high enough. Right, time to get some of these players off. Bring on the big guns. He's not playing very well. Harry Clark can come on. And Hartel is playing all right. The midfield's doing okay. Harness is dreadful. Ling is awful. These players who've come in are absolutely terrible. And Jason's doing okay. So Ling and Delap. Not Harness. Jason can go over there. And Solar can come in over there. And that's what we're going to do. And yeah, it caught me out. I didn't see it, that they were going down the middle now. I didn't see it. And I needed to have a higher line. That's my fault. Totally my fault. And now I've got to try and turn it around. So I am going to go positive to try and turn it around. That was totally my fault. Just yapping too much and didn't see they changed their focus. But we can get back into this, boys. Just one pass is all it will take. Hursty. I mean, we did beat them before. And so I think it's only fair, perhaps, that we get beaten this time. Harwood Bellis or Humphreys. Harwood Bellis. Who's also new in and who's also not playing very well. I do not know what to do about these boys. Don't know what I'm doing there. He's going to go on attack now. That's all we can do. Firpo is on attack. Humphreys on attack. Solar is going on attack. And we are going attacking. And I'm going to focus down both flanks. It's about the best we can hope for. We did beat them 2-1 in the league. They're going to beat us 2-1 in the cup. It seems fair to me. We haven't been good enough. I thought we were going to get it when we took the lead, but I made an error. I didn't see it. And they started going up the middle more and I didn't see it. And that's it. Looks like the end of the game. It looks like the end. But I'll take that. I don't want to be in the Carabao Cup, as I said. I don't think it's going to hurt morale too much. And we'll have a fit first team for Liverpool. Yeah, all right. That's it. Out of the cup. But not to worry. That was unlucky. In fact, it wasn't unlucky. In the dressing room, I'd say that was my fault. I didn't see them change. So that's it. Bye-bye, Carabao Cup. But it's okay. It's okay. All right, I need to rest the ones who are tired. There's only a few of them who are tired. As we prepare for Liverpool. This is not going to be fun. This will not be fun at all. Liverpool are a different kettle of fish. I don't even want to look at this. But there's something. They are not very brave and they are slow starters. That's something to think about. Tiki-taka is played mostly in this area. You see the ball doesn't really go out. And these areas, the penalty area, are very, very important. Your fullbacks need to cover these areas. And that's hard to do. That's why tiki-taka is extremely hard to defend against. Really need to try and force their wingers outside. Against Liverpool, we are going to be playing defensive. And we'll see what the team comes out as. We'll start with balanced, or maybe cautious. Maybe cautious is the right thing to do against Liverpool. And then with that in mind, just had another thought. We might want to focus down both flanks. Try and get in behind them. This is going to be a nightmare. But I don't think it's going to be a 5-0. I think the low block will keep us to a 2-0 or a 3-1. I don't think it'll be a 5-0. I think I need to push the line up. I think that's probably about right. I think also I should be thinking about regrouping instead of counter-pressing. Lose the ball, get back as fast. I know we're bad in transition. I know we're terrible in transition. Defending free kicks and defending corners. Players removed from the shortlist. Well, they look quite good to me. So we'll put them back. Wolfenden, McKenna. Yep, I'm going to agree with that. And Leif Davis. They've had a rest, which is good. Leif Davis, where is he? On the bench. And Garosibel or Harwood Bellis? I think Harwood Bellis. But is he fit? Garosibel is fit. Harwood Bellis is not fit. Burns, Chaplin. No, we're not playing that. So where's Burns? Yes. Chaplin, yes. Humphreys? Yes, because he's got the enthusiasm and he's ineligible, is he? Oh, parent club. And that means that... Where's Taylor? There he is. So I've only got one midfielder now. What's wrong with my mouse? Jack Taylor. This is interesting. Only having... Oh no, Luongo is sitting there quietly. Broadhead probably starts. I think I have to start him. And Hurst starts. Delap 6.62. It's going down all the time. He's having a nightmare. So Howard Bellis on the bench. Jack Taylor, Luongo, Jason, Ling, and Delap. I don't know what to do about Delap. I was excited to bring him in. I thought he's a good FM player normally, so I was quite excited to bring him in. Second only to Erling Haaland. Well done, George Hurst. He's scoring goals. 9 goals. So he's doing very well. Oh, manager of the month. Oh, there's a shocker. Because we've won our last 4 league games. Really? Everton, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Tottenham. Yeah, we have. We've won our last 4 league games. That's 12 points that we picked up. That's pretty cool. But this is not going to happen. I don't know how to do this one. A+. A+. The feel-good factor. They hated me earlier because I wasn't playing short passing. Now I'm getting an A+. The feel-good factor. Connor Chaplin. So they are fit. I suspect that Liverpool rotated their team as well for the Carabao Cup. I do suspect that. But players like Salah will have played. Jack Taylor. It's not good enough, boys. The 5s is not good enough. Burgess, there's no point in telling him off. Luongo probably needs a word in his ear. Oh, I wonder, can we get a point against Liverpool? That would be the perfect result. Away. A point at Anfield. Gonna have to defend really, really well. So we might drop out of the European places today. But that doesn't matter. How do we do this? Ooh, Josh Tyman is getting fit, is he? But Firpo is doing a good job now in your place. Recently recovered from a broken foot. That was quick. You forced me to buy another player. I can't think of any other way to play this. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. I can't think of any other way to play this. Broadhead. I just want these guys in who are experienced in the team. It's interesting that they're not familiar with the tactic as much as others. They played this all last year, these boys. On the bench is okay. We're not going to risk Timon yet, even on the bench. Okay, I can't think of any other way to play this. I may have to drop the line back down again to lower. But we'll start with standard. No, I'm not going to tell him that. I want you to ignore, play a natural game now. Nobody's expecting us. I'm not going to tell him to play without pressure. Good luck, we're going to need it. Yeah, we've got nothing to lose. And then just make them feel good. Now we'll go to the hard bit. Yeah, you have to type mark all these players. Salah. We want to force onto his right foot. And Salazabal, who is always a problem for me, I want to force onto his left foot. My assistant's pretty much on the case here. Jota and Nunes. Oh boy. What a team they've put out. Robertson. There's going to be space in behind these boys, though. Trent is going to play as an inverted wing back. So I want to try and keep him outside. But I don't want to force him onto his right foot because it's very strong. McAllister needs to be tight marked as well. And I don't think we need to worry too much about him yet, except turn him onto his left foot. Whoa, boy. Can't think of anything else to do. Allison is tired. Do we want to put pressure on him? Okay, let's go and accept the defeat. I surrender. I surrender. Keep your lines compact, boys. Defend well. If you don't defend well, we're screwed. If you don't have good games, we're screwed. But if you play well and stay in this game, then who knows? There's the space. That's what we're looking for, is the space out wide. Because they're going to be pushing players, really pushing players forward. So that's why we've put that in there. And that's a start. We've had a shot on target. Can we finish the game now? And then I can say we totally outplayed them. I can't see us getting anything from this. I really don't even want to look. They're going to get free kicks, aren't they? So should I be tackling them? What's Van Dijk doing out on the wing there? What on earth? they're gonna hammer us, aren't they? Even Virgil van Dijk just ran past my defenders, dribbled past my defenders, sat them down. Yeah, it's going to be huge. If he's getting behind me, then it does not bode well. Does not bode well. But we're creating chances. Fair play. Oh, let's go wide. Now, I'm noticing the goalkeeper is injured. If I'm not mistaken, their goalkeeper is injured. So we might want to work the ball into the box off. If the goalkeeper's injured, let's work him and then maybe cross more often. Hit early crosses. Let's work the goalkeeper. I mean, in all fairness, we've been the better team so far. Liverpool are just what we call one-shot wonders. We've actually we've limited them 25 minutes to one attempt on goal. It's just unfortunate that Van Dijk is one of the best wingers I've ever seen. So we've been the better team all the way up to 30 minutes. Liverpool are just one-shot wonders. I think we've been FM'd by Liverpool here. We've had no possession. I don't expect possession. But we're going to get another highlight. What is FM playing at? They scored. We are back in the game. And in all fairness, we deserve that. We deserve that. And look at the goalkeeper's injured. I think it's wise to work the goalkeeper. I think it's worth hard tackling him as well. So we'll go and hard tackle him and close him down because he won't like it. So we'll close him down and hard tackle him. So he got a weaker foot. Turn him on to, what was it, left foot. So we target him. And if he's injured, he's incapacitated to a degree. We're looking for him to make a mistake. Liverpool's midfield is crunching us. But we've stopped them creating chances. This low block that we're playing is awesome. But we need to get back into shape. Come on, regroup, boys. Regroup means lose the ball, run backwards. Oh, defensive mistakes I can't do anything about. And we're going to make loads of those in the season. Come on, good challenge. Go on, close him down. Nicely done. Nicely done. Come on, counter-attack. That's a terrible pass. Terrible pass. Offside, son. Offside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was offside. Pretty sure that's going to be given offside. Oh, come on. He looked a mile offside to me. So Liverpool have attacked twice. 2 shots, 2 goals. I knew this was going to be difficult. Imagine what the scoreline would be if we hadn't decided to low block. Oh, it's actually 3. They've given them 3, have they? We're unlucky. Just unlucky. And now they're going to do us with a set piece, are they? Nope, my goalkeeper's done well. Where's Burns? You need to do better. Broadhead, you need to do better. Oh, come on, referee. Send him off. I mean, in all fairness, I was expecting a cricket score. It still could be a cricket score if it's England 2-1. But I wasn't expecting 2 highlights, 2 goals, and they have been unlucky. But I want more from Broadhead. And Humphreys has been diabolical, as well as Wes Burns, Marcel Hartel, Scott McKenna. You've not been good enough. Get your act together. Humphreys, I think, may have to come off at this point. He's too young for this kind of game. But I don't have anybody else who can play in there. That's why he's having a poor game. Of course. Because I've only got these 2 boys to play in there. So Jack Taylor will have to come in. I think Wes Burns has got to come off as well. Can't play that badly. I knew we were going to lose this. I just hope that Liverpool don't run away with it. Come on, come on. Pass, pass, lovely pass. Go on. Poor first touch. I'm looking for a goalkeeping error. Who knows, it might come. Jason, I don't know what to do about him. He's just not doing anything. He cost me a load of money as well. He might be a second season player. They might all be second season players, and these old players are going to have to carry us through. Maybe he's just not adapting very well. Oh, well, that forced Jota into an absolutely outrageous attempt. That's frustration. We're frustrating them. Let's shout, demand more. Come on, boys, you've got lots more to give. Are Liverpool tiring? Not really. Salah's been really quiet. We've kept him quiet. Although he's on a 7.4. But they've only created 6 opportunities. We've kept them from creating opportunities. If we could just win that second ball. Notice they're not playing it back to the goalkeeper much. They don't trust him either. But I did say we'd probably lose 2-0 or 3-1 or something like that. A 2-goal deficit. I know. They're not very brave, are they? Let's get stuck in. They're not very brave. Well done. Took it off Salah. Go on, son. Go on, have a run. Get that cross into the box. Oh, what a chance. Good volley. What a chance. We're giving them a game. I'd say we've been extremely unlucky. Ratings have improved. Oh, let's watch this highlight before we make our final changes. I think we've been desperately unlucky. I mean, the game has got to give us defeats. I have to accept that. We can't beat Liverpool as well as Tottenham. So I accept that. But we've been unlucky. And we're still creating chances. Still not. Hurst is still not getting it on target. He is tiring. And he's fed up. What's wrong with him? He's anxious. It's time for him to come off. Time for Delap to show us what he's made of. Anybody else tiring? Connor Chaplin's not brilliant. So I might have to play Jason. Then I don't have a right winger, do I? Chaplin's going to have to go on then, isn't he? But we're going to try Ling on this side. And the goalkeeper's on a 6.4. He's let me down, hasn't he? Let's keep it at that. Come on, boys. Come on. Is it possible? I mean, they 6-3 on target, 6-2 on target. They've just about edged it. They've had all the possession. They're a good passing team. And their XG is just slightly better. I didn't get the goalkeeper mistake that I was hoping for. Okay, let's see how tired they are. Very tired. So we'll go positive now. We are not so tired. Leif Davis can go as a wing back on attack. He can now play as the inverted fullback. And Hartel can go on attack. And see if we can't just take them by surprise at the end. We'll either lose a goal or we'll get one back. Nothing's happening. There we go. We'll lose a goal instead. We had to try it. Oh, good save. We had to give it a try. But I would take a 3-1 defeat against Liverpool quite happily. Xerxes, I don't think we need to worry about him, but we do need to type mark Endo. Oh, they are wasting time already. Oh, that was not a great pass. That was a dreadful pass. A flick from your own D. Oh, well done. Take him out. We want to get stuck in. We've just been unlucky. If we can just keep playing like this, we're going to do very well. We're going to probably be a mid-table team at the end. 2-1 away at Liverpool is nothing to be ashamed of. They are coming at us now because we've gone more positive, throwing bodies up the pitch. I just had to take the chance. 2.5 minutes. It's not going to happen. Let's go attacking. Let's really go attacking now. All the highlights have been with Liverpool since we went attacking. We haven't had the highlights. But I'll take 2-1 against Liverpool. That's a good result. Hurst scored again. So there are lots of positives there. And we're still in 6th. So I will take that as a result. And that is going to be it for today. It is now almost 3 o'clock. So that's going to be it for today. And I just want to say thank you guys for coming along. We've done well today. I think despite the fact that we've got 2 red dots here, I think this has been a good session. We were never going to beat Liverpool. Everton in the cup is probably a blessing to go out of the cup. But what occurred before, those 4 Premier League victories are priceless, because it means we already have 19 points after 11 games. That's priceless. So I would say we've done exceptionally well. I don't know what's to come. We've got Chelsea, Norwich, Man United. It's tough. If we can beat Norwich and get 3 points against Norwich, I'll be very happy next time. And then we have better fixtures coming up in December. And we need to pick up points there if we can. So it's going to get hard, but we are doing well. To be 6th in the league after 11 games, I'm very, very pleased. I'm aiming now for about 14th in the table. If we get that, that will have been a great season. The board will be happy, fans will be happy, I'll be happy, players are happy. We'll all be happy. Thank you for coming along, guys. I will see you on Monday when we will go again. And it's been a good stream for me. I've enjoyed chatting with you. And I hope the advice has helped, Charlie. Go and try it. Or keep watching what we're doing. We're getting results for a reason. And we're in 6th for a reason. It's to do with the lines. And positioning the lines properly. So all that remains for me to say now is, if you haven't given us a like and you're still in the chat, go on, give us a like before you go. It helps the algorithm to push the channel to people who don't even know we exist as a channel. And then finally, just to all of you, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all on Monday.